Hello guys, welcome to another video of how to make a game like Agar.io. In the previous video, we have made the camera focus multiply targets, and in this video we will make the camera zooms on those targets, depending on how far they are from each other. I hope you enjoy this lesson, and now, let's get into Unity. We will write the zooming code at the camera follow script that we have made yesterday. Go into Visual Studio. Before we start, we will edit our code a bit to make it more cleaner. Make a new method called move and cut all code in the update method and paste it in the move method. Then call the move method from the update method. That look tidy now. And now, in the void update method, we will call another method called zoom. We will create that method now. Make another new method called zoom. We use camera orthographic size to control the zoom. We will need a variable of our main camera, so we can adjust the orthographic size. Go make a new variable of a camera, and call it cam, for short. Then, in a start method, cam equals to camera.main. That's how to get the main camera of the scene. Now, in the zoom method, cam.orthographic size is equals to a value. But what value we will put here? Well, we have many ways to configure this value. For example, we can make it dependent on the player size. So the bigger the player is, the bigger value we give to our camera orthographic size. Or, we can make it dependent on how far are our targets from each other. For today, we will just make it dependent on the distance between the targets. So now, we will create a new float method that figures out what is the value that we need. What we will do in this video is exactly as what we did at the previous video. We will get the targets from the spawner, and then make a bounds variable, then encapsulate all targets, but instead of returning the center value, we will just return the size of the x and y. In fact, we can just copy the code from the here, and put it into the getZoom method. And now as we said, instead of returning the center value, we will just return the size of the x and y. Now we have the value that will cover all targets, no matter how far they are. Go back in the zoom method. Now you might want to add some variables for the zoom value. We don't want our zoom to get into the player, but it happens when the value be less than 1. So to not let it go down, we will use a mathf function that will give limits for the min and max value. Go up and create two variables, one for the max zoom and another one for the min zoom. Then back to the zoom method, and write cam.orthographic size is equals to mathf.clamp. Give the target value, which is cam.orthographic size, and the min value, and the max value too. Now we have limits for our zoom. It will not drop less than the min zoom variable, or go up more than the max zoom variable. It might be a good idea to control the zoom from the inspector. To do that, go create a float variable and call it zoom divider, or zoom controller. Then go down where we are calculating the distance between the targets. Here we will divide the size of the bounds box with the zoom controller value, so we can adjust it from the inspector. Make sure to add parenthesis covering the collection of the bounds box size, so we will get the size first. Then we will divide it with zoom controller value, and that's it. You can now go and make a test for it. But I am just going to add some smoothing for the zoom value, instead of giving it directly to the camera. So cam.orthographic size equals to mathf.lerp, and give the current value, which is the camera orthographic size, and the target value, which is the get zoom float method, and finally a zoom speed variable. We will just go to create it now. That's all for zooming lesson. Now go into Unity and test it. Remember that you can always go and change the values from the inspector, until you are satisfied with the results. And that's it for this video. If you have enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to help us grow our channel, and ring that notification bell so you won't miss the future ones. Without further ado, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.